Grand Rising Pisces. Okay, I got cut off on the last video, and I was already talking to Pisces about um, the favor aspecting them when Venus moves over into Cancer on Wednesday. I believe that's what I was talking about. I think that's what I was talking about. Just in case, let me go back up to the area of, let me go back up to Tuesday. On Tuesday, Gemini is at 11 degrees. Just because there are ill-intentioned people around you doesn't mean you can't work over them or around them. You know, don't quit. Find another way to achieve your goals. Now, with that being aspected, we're talking about Gemini, and this is on the 1st. The only thing that you have in your sphere that's really not working with you is your area of home and family, okay? Your relationships with home and family, either you're criticizing them or they're criticizing you. There is some strife there, okay, that needs to be taken care of. Now, right now you have Venus there, like I was saying before in the other video, but Venus is gonna leave in a minute on Wednesday, and then you'll just have that strife there, along with the restrictions of shared finances and trying to create shared finances behind the scenes. So if there's something you want to put into place or implement with shared finances behind the scenes, do it before Wednesday. In addition to that, you need to work on your relationships. You need to sit down. There's someone that you need to talk to within home and family and really have a serious conversation with them, simply because you have your area of home and family aspected with friction as to your relationships, your open enemies, and your partners, you know, partnerships. You got to really work on that. And that could even be some partnerships in career that are aspecting also with friction. And if you have a home-based business, that could be people there too that, you know, are criticizing you, and that, you know, maybe you criticizing them, and that's something you guys got to work on. All right. Now, with Jupiter coming, Venus coming over to Cancer is aspecting you with goodness in romance, creative endeavors, and children. All right. So that's a special boom for you that really makes you look good to people, to everyone, in romance, creative endeavors, and children, starting on June the 2nd. In addition to that, you also have favor aspecting what you think and what you preach. Your long distance travel, people at a distance from you, you pulling people in at a distance for romance, for creative projects, to your children listening to you, maybe even your children contacting you. If you have kids that are away at college and stuff like that, you might have them contact you with good news, and you might contact them with good news and things like that, okay? So that's aspecting for you. And this is starting on June the 2nd and going all the way to June the 27th. This is where you're going to have that good news as far as romance, as far as creative endeavors, and as far as your children. Now, as far as lucky, you also, not lucky, but you also have romantic opportunities offered to you that could be shocking. Okay, it could be within your networks of people. It could be a neighbor. It could be a sibling hooking you up. It could be, it could also be someone within your networks of people. If you already have a partner, or a sibling or a neighbor or something like that, offering to watch your children for you, so you can go out and have a good time with your significant other. You also have opportunities to forge relationships within creative projects, to forge relationships with, forge closer bonds with your children by assisting them or them assisting you. You also have chances to forge romantic relationships as well, you know, with Venus in the sign of Cancer. Okay, that's all coming your way. Now, as far as the friction, I would say you have, it's just in finances. You know, don't overspend, period. You don't have room to overspend at all whatsoever. All right. Now on, let's see, what was I on? Let's jump down to, because we just did the Venus transit. I want you to make sure that you know On the 2nd, although Venus will be aspecting with that goodness for Cancer, make sure you're being mindful of the people around you, like I said, in home and family, and you're trying to break those blockages and make those connections to work through what you need to work through there. All right. But on Thursday the 3rd, the sun is going to be aspecting Gemini at 13 degrees. Okay, so the focus is going to be on home and family. Where are you using your time, your efforts, and your smarts? While you're successful due to your skills, you might need to work on something different. You might need to put energy in a different area as far as home and family goes. Are you working on the right projects? Are you looking at your plans to make sure they're conducive to the success of home and family? Are you, you and your lover working balanced with your relationships? Are you both working toward the betterment of the relationship, or are you working toward the fail of the relationship? Are your peer groups working for your betterment? Are they assisting you in rising, or are they low vibe and they're bringing you lower? Are the creative projects you're working on successful? Are you putting the right time in to your creative projects and putting the right amount of effort in? Are your friends conducive to where you want to be in life? You need to be looking at what's working in your life and what's not, and make the adjustments where necessary on Thursday. Now on Friday, the 4th, Gemini is at 14 degrees. You could be getting some news that your skills might not be exactly where they need to be to kick off something you're trying to kick off, or to attain a certain goal you're trying to attain, okay? But that doesn't mean you can't do it. It just means something needs to be reworked or something needs to be revised in the area of home and family. And most likely it will have to do with your finances. Okay, you might be seeing delays as well coming in as to something you're expecting to come in. You might have to wait a little bit for it to actually manifest. Now, if you want the best results, it needs to be equal give and take with you and your people in home and family. Okay, you want to make sure that, especially if it has to do, like with a relationship, you would just want to make sure that you're working things out there, because you just have those aspects with home and family. You trying to get somewhere in home and family, but something is not working. If you're trying to move, you need to work on your finances. You need to look into your shared finances, okay? You can find some things there, but it's something you'll have to work on, because you have those restrictions aspecting there within secret sacrifice and solitude, okay? You having to be in your solitude might be working against you working on things you're passionate about. You might have to sit off to the side and not be able to do exactly what you want to do in home and family. It's going to take a little more work, all right? Especially with Gemini retrograde. Mercury retrograde in Gemini. Maybe once it moves forward, things will happen a little faster as far as your area of home and family, because you've got responsibilities and restrictions there. Now on Friday, June the 4th, oh, I already went through that. Okay. Anyway, just make sure the effort you're putting in you're gonna get a good return back, okay? Don't throw your efforts everywhere and into anything that's not going to work for you, because on Saturday is telling you to do just that. You're going to have a lot of downloads coming your way, intuition as to what you should do in home and family. Write them down, because a lot of them could be a boon for you, but it's not a time to be flippant or flighty as to your creative ideas or your aspirations, because you need to nurture what it is you intend to manifest in home and family, okay? It's going to take some work. Use that day to submit to, I'm trying to say like cementing. I don't know why that word is such a problem for me. Cementing an idea gifted to you by the universe, okay? They want you to put something in a place so you can manifest whatever it is you're trying to manifest behind the scenes in home and family, okay? All right, something's gonna have to be worked on or balanced with shared finances and working behind the scenes and pulling out what you need to pull out. That's exactly why I was telling you Venus is leaving that sector of home and family on Wednesday. If you're planning on putting something in play behind the scenes, you better do it now before Venus leaves home and family on Wednesday, okay? Have it there into play, so that way, boom, it could already be working on it and coming in for you, all right? All right, thank you, Pisces, for joining me. Let's navigate the week with kindness and compassion, and I will see you next week. Bye now.